Hello, my YouTube family. I hope everyone's doing well. We made it. We made it through another week. It is Friday. It's the weekend. In the jammies, in the pink room, in the chair. Got me a nice, cold, hard mango Mike's lemonade. And I am ready to get on into it with all of you. It is my me time. It has been a long, long week. And for me, I finally get some time to kick back. And my favorite time to kick back is with all of you. I have got a brand new Dollar Tree haul to share with all of you and some really cool, fun makeup finds. This video, really, every single item is... There was no 175 items, so everything was 150 and under, except for 2 items that I did purchase. They're glass containers. I will show those at the end of the video. They were $5 each. But other than that, every single item in this video, $1 and 2 coins coming at ya. It was a chilly day here on the East Coast in the Hudson Valley. We had such a teaser day the other day. It was gorgeous, short sleeves, outside till it was after dark. It was great. Now, I wake up, it was freezing. Rain, cold weather. Now they're talking about snow. Go figure, right? Go figure. All right, so all these items came from the same locations throughout the Hudson Valley because that's where I'm at in the state of New York. And I just got wind of another new Dollar Tree in our area opening up. So that should be super exciting. Once I get a little bit more information on that, I'll let you guys know because, you know, I'll be all over that place. Alrighty, so for some me time with all of you, if you follow my channel, you probably see a few little things I've been collecting over here. Easter is popping up. Actually, that's my pen container right there, but Easter is starting to pop up over here. I kind of have this section a little bit worked out. I have this part of the corkboard to do still. My wall over here. And then you guys unfortunately can't see what's really going on this section. But hopefully when I have that finished, I will get the camera back further so you'll get more of a shot of what's going on in my background. My lights aren't glowing too good. I think I need to replace the batteries in those. All right, let's get into this Dollar Tree haul together. So this is kind of a wonky haul. What I mean by wonky is it's slim pickings, but I came across some really good beauty finds. But if makeup and lotions and soaps aren't your thing, I get it. But I just want to let you guys know, you know, this stuff's in here. So I'm just trying to keep it real. We're going to start off with just a couple of sweets. Now, I have not tried these before. But I had heard, I don't know if it was my daughter or a friend of my daughter's mentioned these and asked me if I had seen these at Dollar Tree before. I was like, yeah. She says they're really, really good. Now, I'm not a big fan of cappuccino, but every now and then. These are by Coffee Delight. They're all individually wrapped, which I love. They're just little, you know, things you can throw in your purse or whatever. It's cappuccino chewy candy. So it's a hard candy on the outside and then it's chewy on the inside. It's 3.35 ounces. There it is right there. If any of you have tried this, please let me know before I open the bag for myself. Because I got a couple for her and I got one for myself because I thought, you know what, I'd at least give it a try. I always like to try something at least once, depending, before I can say, no, I don't like it. Because how do you know you don't like it unless you've tried it? All right, the next find, and I tell you, as soon as I saw this packaging, in my head, I went right back to the 70s, 80s, because if you're back from that time frame like I am, because I was born in 66, you're probably going to know what I'm thinking about. These are Charms Watermelon Lollipops. You're going to get 15 in a package. It's 3.17 ounce, and the whole package is my favorite flavor, watermelon. Now, what I was thinking about with the Charms, because Charms goes 2 different ways. The first way is you used to get the Charms Lollipops. They're about the size of a $50, if you guys remember. Actually, they were probably closer to a silver dollar. I actually have some silver dollars. I have some $50. But they were wrapped in really cool colors. So the watermelon one was all wrapped up in a really cool wrapper. And the wrappers were like I want to say iridescent, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. I think they still sell them at Cracker Barrel. Anyways, I haven't seen those at Dollar Tree in a hot minute for sure. A couple new packs of shoe charms for the kiddos or the grown-ups to rock your Crocs. These, you get 4 in a package. I hadn't seen these before. I thought those were kind of cool. You know, you got the whole piece and, you know, theme going on. Then I saw this one. I was like, oh, how cute is this? This is all about being happy. It's got a little sea turtle and an ice cream cone in the sunshine. So those were new to me. So I grabbed some of those because the kids like to put them on their shoesies. Speaking of the kids, lots of birthdays and things going on in the area around the houses. And I was up and down the birthday aisle, which I always am anyways. And they had some new like little party favors I thought were cool. You get 6 in a package here. And they're like little twisty apart kind of toys. They have little keychains on them. Right there. So it's kind of fun if you're doing little goodie bags or stuff like that. I used to love doing the goodie bags for the kids. I would line all the bags up and made sure every kid got one of the same thing. I had lots of fun. All right, then they had these. Do you guys remember these? People are probably going to look at them and go, what? It's a tube. Yeah, so what? But these tubes are so much fun. I don't know if they still do what they're intended to do besides stretch and stuff, but let me see. That was always a cool noise, right? Do you guys remember these that used to have the candy in them? They were filled with the candy beads on the inside. And then they had these. I just hit myself. Thank God I had my glasses on because I would have totally taken my eye out. But what I was trying to do is, you remember those hoses that... No. Oh. Hear it a little bit? There it goes. Anyways, yeah, good times, good times. So, I guess it could be used for a straw if you wanted it to be used for a straw. A really big straw, right? For some of those drinks we get at the Mousetrap. Honestly, I would have taken my eye out. All right, that is not something that I suggest anyone does. All right, let's check out some bags. Besides the ones under my eyes, I'm looking for my ruler. Here it is. All right. These bags I consider to be large because actually they're very deep. They're deep bags. In fact, they measure from top to bottom, they measure 20 inches. That's not including the handles. All right, I've shown you many bags like these before. These are kind of the new different bags. They're called a reusable bag right there. Now, this bag is very big. Here are your handles, and I did not measure your handles. You've got great handles. Fight Town, USA. What movie is this, you guys? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Here it comes. Here it comes. Yes, your design's on the front and the back. There are kickouts. Cool, cool. And then you've got like all gray around the trim on the bottom to match. Really nice bag for gifting. Super deep. You can fit a lot of stuff in these bags. All right, sorry about it. I had to drop something here, of course. The next one, let me see if I can imitate this one. Oh, my family. That probably is horrible. Anyways, it says, I don't apologize to take care of my family. Yep. You guessed it, The Godfather. Your kickouts say The Godfather, and it says it on both sides. Your bottom here is just a plain old kickout red. Your design is on the front and the back. One more I want to share with all of you, and that is the one and only. Are you guys ready? She's from Paris, and her name is Emily. Emily in Paris. And she has got blue handles, and she's also got that little hangy thing there. What is this little hangy thing for? Does anybody know? Is this meant for something? I need to know. So these are handles. What is this for? Is this to, like, put something through there? Or what do you guys use that for? I'm curious. Or is that just to hang your bag up? I don't know. Anyways, Emily in Paris. And she's got a whole bunch of things to say there. Give you guys a nice shot. Nice big bag on the kickouts. Super plain and simple. Just a plain old white. Cute bag. You can fit tons of stuff in those bags. All right, let's go over to makeup and beauty and soaps and lotions and all that kind of fun stuff. Wow, 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 wow. Dollar Tree. Whoo, doggy. I tell you, they were kicking some butt today with their new products. All right, to start off, these are by Body Raves. This is a soap sponge, and it is gummy bear scent. It is, some people say a whale. I think it's a whale. Somebody said it was a dolphin. I said, no, that's a whale. Anyway, super cute. You can tell they're really thick. Not seen these before at Dollar Tree. They also had this cute little puppy dog by Body Raves. And this one is also gummy bear scents. Cute to go in the Easter baskets. Sorry about the glare there. Cute to go in the Easter baskets. They also had this little kitty cat one here that's adorable. Again, by Body Raves. One more, last but not least. I love this little teddy bear. Absolutely adorable. Sorry about the glare there. All right, moving on. I had shown you two different styles. I need my scissors. I had shown you two different styles of these the other day, and I said, you know, when I went to go get the product the first time, I had mentioned that the display looked like half empty, and because I thought there was probably more. Well, I was correct. There is one other scent, and these are by Spa Carry. This is Strawberry Splash. So, Judy, if you're watching, here we go. Now, I'm going to get it out of the package. There's your packaging. It's got these cute little charms, which I think is such a great idea the way they did it. You do have to slide the charm through the slit on the box unless you just want to rip the box entirely apart. That's totally up to you. This is so cute. Excuse me. There it is right there. Cute little charm, and it's actually metal. It's actually metal. It's totally removable. You could put something else on there if you chose to do so. These actually smell really good. Now, do they have a seal? They absolutely do. I feel, in my opinion, when a product has a seal, it's just keeping the product fresh. I mean, when you go to the grocery store, right, things are refrigerated for a reason. You're not going to buy, you know, cheese. Well, I mean, cheese does sit out for a long period of time. So does other things. But you guys know what I'm saying. It has a nice seal. I feel at that point, there's not a million people in the store doing what I'm doing right now, or doing God knows what, who knows where their fingers have been in what kind of holes, and now it's all over the stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just sanitary. You know, maybe if they have one out there for display purposes, you guys all know what's going on with that stuff too. Oh. It is a strawberry scent, but not real pungent. I want to say it almost smells like a strawberry and strawberries and cream. Oh, Judy. Oh, Judy. I was thinking about you. I got an extra one, so if you need it, girl, you just let me know. You know where to find me. All right, moving on in the beauty aisle. These are by The Cream Shop. Never even heard of this company. Handcrafted eyelashes. These are made with 100% human hair. This first package here is called Sassy. Sassy. I'm getting that name from right there. By the same company, we have Lust. And Lust looks like that. Sassy and Lust. And last but not least, we have Teddy. Again, these are 100% human hair. There's Teddy. So if I hold all three together, or I'm trying to anyways, there are, I'm hoping you guys can see that okay. There are the different styles. These being much darker, obviously. All right, oh, it doesn't, you're going to have to put your own glue because you need your own glue. That's what I forgot to tell you. All right, this was in the cosmetics section / lotions and things like that. This is by Power Stick, and it is Shave oil. It is the Brazilian Mist, and that's the one with the pistachios and caramel. 5 fluid ounces. It's amazing how many matching products that Power Stick has to go with these different scents. There's so many different things. Alrighty. I had seen these. I bought them. My daughter got them. I never found them again, so I found them today. These are by Be Pure. This one is in cherry, and it is a hydrating lip serum with hyaluronic acid. I've heard so many people talk about these. This one has jojoba oil and cherry extracts and looks just like that. The next one I found is exfoliating with hyaluronic acid, pineapple extract, and vitamin E. And last but not least, this one is cooling lip serum. And this one has coconut oil, mint extracts, and vitamin E. You know, I'm always worth giving something a try. You know, I've noticed as I'm getting older, my skin is changing. It's weird because I feel like I break out more now than I did when I was a kid. It's weird. It's weird. I didn't think older people would break out, like have, you know, pimples and things like that. Older people. Me. I didn't think an old person like me. All right, moving on. This was new to me. All right, these are by Beauty Intuition. Lip glaze in, I want to see if it's a scent only or a flavor. It doesn't tell me if it is scented or flavored, but it does tell me the scent. Which, like, that didn't even make sense. Oh, I should take another sip of Mike's. Citrus vanilla. It says lip glaze, high shine gloss, moisturizing and nourishing lips. Does not tell me if it's the scent or a flavor. So it's one or the other. I'm not sure which one. I wish I could give you more info, but these are not for me, so I'm not going to be opening them. But I did find 4 different ones for her. The next one is called Peachy Dreams. So maybe these are just colors and maybe not a scent or a flavor. That's what I think is going on here. I think these are just the colors. Because if I'm looking at this a little bit better, you know, when you're in the store and you're under all the hot lights, everything looks so different. But now that I have them at home, it's making more sense to me because the caps are all different colors. So let's just go back for a second. So we're going to have citrus vanilla. And do you see that top of that cap? That's what I'm going by now. The next one is Peachy Dreams. So if I compare the two together, we go to Peachy Dreams. Do you see the color of that cap? The next one that I found for her is called Cherry Kiss. And there's that cap. So I'm going to go by the caps at this point. Last but not least, again by Beauty Intuition, this is Peony Breeze, which looks very like a light pink, maybe more of a blushy color. Very, very pretty. Excuse me. These were on my wish list, and I didn't think I was going to find them. I had seen empty boxes in stores, but I didn't see the products. So today, I was very lucky. By Spa Essentials, Tropical Petals Hydrating Body Perfume Oil. And this is in a fruity/floral scent. It's 3.2 fluid ounces. These, first of all, these bottles are so pretty, and they're big bottles. Now, they do run off of a dropper. And there you go. Big, big dropper. They smell delicious. I couldn't decide which one I liked more, so I got all 4. There's 4 of them out there. The next one is Bright Paradise, and this one is warm and floral patterns. It's with plum, orchid, and vanilla woods. I can smell that plum orchid. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'll be fighting with my daughter on these. This one is definitely mine because I love vanilla, macadamia, sea salt. This one is called Coastal Cream, and it's a creamy/beachy smell. Not bitchy smell, although that would work. Yeah, you know, I'll take it. Why not? Yeah, this one's like, I don't think I'm going to give this one up. Oh, I'm just going to have to tell her, I only found 3. I wouldn't do that. Last but not least, this one is also really, really good too. Sun-Kissed Caramel on the warm/sweet side with pistachio, caramel, and vanilla. Makes you want to like put it on the rim of a drink, right? Listen to me. It's been a long week. All right. Yeah, I don't know. This one's a toss-up between those two. They're really, really pretty. I did have a chance to try some. One of the ladies I work with had some, and she gave me a little dabble, and that's how I found out about them. And yeah, they really, really, in my opinion, I don't know, they soak in. It doesn't feel slimy, you know, like you feel when you put oil on you. You think that they would like get greasy, but no, they did good on me. All right, Beauty Intuition one more time, shall we? These were new to me. I don't know if they're new or not, but they were new to me. Tinted Lip Oil. Look at this packaging. Look at the product. Digging it. Gets people's attention. All right, the color of this one is called Red Rose. We are going to swatch some of this and see what we got on. It says it's long-lasting, lasts all day long. That's a pretty bold statement. Pretty bold. This packaging is too cool for school. Look at this. Love the ombre effect going on. Okay. There is what it looks like. We're just going to go right here. Definitely matches for sure. So it's not real, you know, don't mind my age spots all lined up over here. It's starting to look like, never mind. Yeah, very, very pretty. Do we have a lot of product in here? I would say so. That's a pretty decent amount of product. You know, you can wear products in different places, meaning, you know, if you got something for your lips, doesn't mean you can't use it on your cheeks or somewhere else. You be the judge of that. The next one they had is called Pinkberry. I want to check that one out. Look at that packaging. Love it. Loving these colors. I'm going to go the other way. There we go. Trying to get into some of these packages. That's another ballpark. Look at this. Love it. Believe it or not, you know, of course we want, you know, the product to be good, but we also go for packaging as well. There we go. I'm going to go right next to the one I just tried. I'm just doing it a couple times so you guys can see. I definitely like that one much better. I think I could pull that color off better. Very pretty. Very pretty. They did have one other color, and that one is Pink Berry. And it's in that packaging right there. So, yeah, liking them. Liking them a lot. Let me grab myself a tissue here, because I want to show you something else. Let me just get this all off here. So, in the guys section or deodorant section, they did have this, and it is Stetson Off-Road Extra Strength Deodorant, Black Tea and Sandalwood in 3 ounces. I thought, I'll give it to the BF. Let's see what he thinks about it. If he likes it, I'll get more. If not, I won't get no more. It's that simple. I did find this over in the hair aisle, and this is by Be Pure. Daytime Repairing Hair Mask, smooth and softens, powered by argan oil, 4 fluid ounces. Love the packaging because you can, you know, everybody's hand is different. So whether you have long hair, short hair, you may need just a little, you may need a whole bunch, maybe you need 2 packs. Who knows? But what's nice is you have that top there. It's reusable, resealable. That matters to me. It makes it easy for me when I can, you know, reuse my products. All right, so I had mentioned that I had 2 items that I spent $5 each on, and these were, it's hard to say where these were actually because it was kind of like on a display in the middle of the store. Well, not like the middle of the store, literally, but like up front, sometimes they have like little displays or rounders with products on them, and that's where it was. There was a bunch of candles that I've seen like forever, but then they had these glass jars, and I was like, oh, these are so pretty, you know. I was like, they're probably like $8, and I was like, nah, maybe 10. I was like, nah. They were only $5. Now, let me just explain. I'm not saying that that is inexpensive, but I felt for the look and the quality, it was really nice. And with Easter coming up, I just kind of had a few ideas if you're looking for a gift for somebody, because you could use this for anything. So these are glass. So here's the first jar I found. Now, I don't know if it's going to show up on screen, but it's very iridescent. Maybe if I bring it back further, I'm not sure if you're getting that iridescent. I think maybe a little bit right there when the light hits it. You've got, you know, depending on the light in your home, it looks a little bit different. You've got this top, which is done in like a rose gold coppery kind of color. Really pretty. How do you get into this jar? Well, the first thing I would think of is you pull the lid. You just twist the lid. It's a twist top jar. You could do it on the sides or use the top, and there you have it. It's held in with a screw, so at some point after using the top, you're going to have to tighten that screw, but not that big of a deal. It does have a really nice seal to keep your sweets or treats, you know, $5. Get one of these and maybe some of their favorite sweets or treats. Put it in there. I'm saying all nasally all of a sudden. Oh my goodness. All right, this measures from the very top all the way to the diggy dog bottom, 7 inches. What a beautiful container. I thought it was gorgeous and well worth the $5. Now, they did have it in a different color, which I opted to get one of each because I wasn't sure which color the person I'm giving it to will like it the most. I fell in love with this one. This has more of like a pinkish. It's pink, but it's, I don't know if you guys can tell from back there. It's pinkish, but then it kind of, and I think it's because of the lid, it brings in a little bit of bronze, if that makes sense. Anyways, I thought this was pretty too. So here's the colored one, and here's the more like iridescent one. They did not have an all clear one, and I didn't see any other colored ones, but how pretty are those? And then, you know, I was thinking, these are so big and so wide mouth, and there's no plastic or rubber on here because it's a screw top. There is no reason why you could not put a candle in here. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about like, you know, a glass candle inside of the glass candle. You'd obviously have to use a longer lighter, but I bet that would illuminate really, really nicely. Just my thoughts, just my opinions, my channel, my 2 cents, right? No, I'm just messing with you guys. I really enjoy this me time with all of you like I always do, but it just goes by so quick. But I do have to work on some din-din. I think the boyfriend's already got it going and starting because something smells good and I am hungry. I was going to say something else, and what was it? I don't remember. I think the bun's too tight. All right, everybody. Happy Friday. It's the weekend. I hope you enjoyed this Dollar Tree haul. I hope to be back in this chair tomorrow with something new for all of you. Maybe it's not going to be Dollar Tree, but hopefully it's something new with all of you. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching and your support. A big hug from me to all of you. And until next time, have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.